All right. Hi, everybody. It's JennyJ1911. So here we are. I have one special guest with me. I actually have another one. He seems to be having some technical difficulties. He was on here for a couple minutes and then he was all of a sudden gone. So, but everybody sees we have Critter9 with us, and we all know Critter is one of our wild cards. We never know what Critter is going to be saying in our chat. And so I thought, I'm going to have Critter on. And I also have I'll tell you guys who it is. And then that way, when he finally gets back on here, we can give him a hard time. Cowboy Jeff 1911 is my other guest tonight. I've decided to once a month do a live stream with some of our own subscribers, our own regulars. And so I will be asking a couple of you at a time every month to join us and just have a chat, because I've realized that since this is kind of like a family, it's really cool that, everybody gets to talk in the side chat, but it's even cooler if we can put some faces with names and actually get to hear directly from our members of our J crew. So I thought we'll start out with Critter and Cowboy Jeff tonight. I want to give a little quick shout out here. I see a few people are logging in and commenting. Wiley Thompson, good to see you. Reese, my member Reese is here. Tim S is here. Stephen Hall, how you doing? Hipparchus is here. Tim Rink, JW, Drew Bradley, another one of my members. Affordable Armory is here. He says, hola, J Crew peeps. And maybe or maybe not, I don't know, Cowboy Jeff, maybe he got swallowed up in a sinkhole all of a sudden, not sure. And Lincoln DMZ is here. Awesome to see you. So, Critter, thank you so much for joining me. I sent Critter a message days ago asking him to be on this, and I guess I got sent to your spam folder, huh, Critter?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Until you brought it up to my attention in Instagram, I'm like, oh, crap, let me go look.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because I kept checking my email and I was like, it's so unlike Critter, because you've sent me stuff in my email before. And so I was like, I know this is the right email. And so then my husband tonight, he goes, you never heard from Critter? And I said, no, it's so weird. He goes, well, send him a message on Instagram. And so I was like, oh, I'm sure, he probably just is busy. He just, whatever. But I did send you the message on Instagram. I was really glad I did, because it seemed to do the trick better than the stupid email did. So
no, I'm not busy during the summer. I'm hiding.
Well, I see that we actually have another guest right behind you, Critter, your dog. He doesn't seem to be too excited to be on air, though.
He's been outside playing.
Yeah, in the heat. Poor little guy. What's his name, Critter?
Pee-wee.
What is it?
When I went to the lady's house to pick him up, or pick a puppy up, I had about 20 of them.
Yeah.
Dogs. But anyway, it was him, and a female, and the two larger males. Well, I couldn't get the female close to me, but him and the female were very small compared to the first two.
Oh, wow.
Only Pee-wee. He's the only one I could catch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So how did you catch him? Did he just jump up on your lap?
No, I reached up and grabbed him.
Oh.
The lady was walking him around, and he was running from her. Just as he ran by me, I snatched him by the nape of the neck.
Oh my gosh. Oh gee.
I was 7 miles away, but the whole time we were on the way home, he had his nails dug in my right shoulder.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, I'm glad he's with you now. So how old is he?
4, I think.
4. Okay. Well, he looks like good company if he's not all zonked out in the chair.
He's basically only good for a doorbell.
Yeah.
If he'll go tearing out after somebody pulls into the driveway.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Get out the car. He's like, "Oh shit, they're getting out. They're coming out."
Oh geez. Oh my gosh. Well, I have to show you guys. So I mentioned this last Friday night that somebody asked to buy my used hat. Yep, I'm sniffing it to see if it has any weird odors. It does not, but this is the hat I've been wearing. I've worn this hat to Houston. I've worn it to shoot trap out at Gateway. I've worn it to work, all kinds of places. And so I did have one of my subscribers, Eric, and you guys might see Eric pop on here sometime tonight. He asked to buy my used hat. I said, "Are you sure you want a used hat? It might stink." And he was like, "I'm sure it's not gross." So I said, "I will autograph any hats for anybody that wants them autographed." So I'm going to do that right now so y'all can see. Here's the hat, okay? There's nothing on it. And I'm just going to autograph it so y'all can see that this is my first one that I'm sending out to anybody. And there we go. JennyJ1911. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't have a smiley face. There we go. So now it's autographed. So if Eric logs in and watches this video, he can see this is his hat. Just got autographed. And anybody else, I'll put it in the envelope. Anybody else that once there's autographed, there they go. So, all right, Critter, let's get back to you. I see Cowboy Jeff says he's having technical difficulty, so we'll see if he is able to figure it out. But before he gets on, Critter, tell me how you got into shooting. How'd you get into guns?
Well, actually, I've always been I spent 11 years in the Army. Mm-hmm. But I was a technical guy. Actually, I was bragging on it. It's like somebody else was in the service and spent like 16 years in the service. He spent damn near all 15 years of it in the field. I'm like, well, I spent 11 years, and I spent 2 days in the field.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
So I've been like my friends of mine would pick up and we take, I was 10, 15 years old. We go out to property, their property or something, on a pond and start with a 22 shooting turtles or whatever.
Yeah.
That's one of his friends had a 54 cal black powder rifle. I think I was weighing about 75 pounds at the time.
Oh my gosh.
But I shot it and it literally picked me up and moved me 4 foot back. Still holding the weapons. But so when I got the accident, March 15th, 2015, I lost the use of my right arm, lost my leg, originally from the below the knee. When it hit gangrene or something, the muscle separated from the skin for some reason.
Wow.
They didn't really explain that to me why. But did it above the knee? Well, I spent a year and a half to argue with the Social Security Administration. I cannot polish furniture. I cannot stand more than 15 minutes on one foot.
Yeah.
So I ended up coming back to my parents' place. My father had built me a little house in the back part of the property, and that's where I'd stay. Well, I wanted to do something. I was bored, basically.
Yeah.
And I just basically got into reloading. I spent 2016, 17, and parts of 18 watching YouTube. I hit the road running. I bought the press on 2018. But I had to wait till I got all the parts and pieces to put it together.
Yeah.
I thought I needed a bench. The only part my father had to help me with was cutting that 4x8 sheet of plywood down to where I can manage it. But I built my loading press, the bench, and everything else.
Wow. So
I first bought me a rifle. It was the Freedom and Ordnance 9mm PCC.
uh-huh.
But I had to wait 2 weeks because at the same time, well, the week before that, Sutherland Springs happened. Since I was a veteran, everything stopped. I was denied sales until they cleared it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the next thing I bought was a Glock 19. I piddled around, played with it. Then a couple of months later, they said, "Hey, you need to try 1911." Okay. So I bought a Rock Island Line 1911 9mm. It's heavier.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think April of that next year, a 75-year-old man was out in Walmart, followed by this guy that just got off the bus in town, harassed this guy all around town, all around the Walmart, followed him out to the car and stabbed him to death. So
wow.
With that, I went and got my license to carry.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Nothing will spur you to do something like that, like the threat of danger, right? I mean,
well, I consider myself a bait trap. Because I'm basically, I got one leg and one arm.
yeah.
I'm eating chickens.
Yeah.
I'm packing.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, okay, so what press did you say you're reloading on?
I bought a Hornady lock and load.
Hornady lock and load.
That is because I was with one hand, with two hands, I could have probably managed a lot better. But with one hand, I couldn't manage everything at one time.
Yeah.
So I learned to got it set up, everything else, and I managed to get it going with the 9mm. Actually, it was a whole lot easier with the 357s.
Yeah.
Because I was loading 38 special and 9mm and 357s when I first started.
Huh.
Then I figured out I can do 357s a whole lot cheap, just as much cheap as the 38 special. So I put the dies back into the case and stuck them in the shipboard.
Yeah.
Now it's strictly 357s.
Yeah. So Critter, do you ever have people that try to tell you the reloading isn't worth it?
No, because I don't talk to them.
I'm just curious because, it's funny to me. Hey, Scott Parker, great to see you. That's my husband's buddy, Scott. And Cowboy Jeff is down there giving a thumbs up. I don't know. He can't seem to get his mic hooked up or something. And Mark Thomas, thank you for the belated happy birthday wishes. So I just had yesterday, I think, somebody commented on one of my older reloading videos and said, you didn't factor in time and whatever. And I was like, I don't know how many times I can address the time issue with people. I mean, I've responded to people in those comments, and I'm like, look, maybe for some people, maybe some people need to factor in their time, but for me, it's a hobby. I'm not going to factor in my time for a hobby. I'm not going to put a dollar sign on my hobby time. And that seems to be people's big hang up. So I guess I need to be like Critter and just not talk to them.
I supply my sister, my daughter, my father. I had a cousin. One of my 38 special black powder around with loads. But he can't blow that up.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
So, Cowboy Jeff, I do not see you backstage, just so you know. You're not showing up in my backstage area. Brian's Custom Canvas is asking, is that Critter? Yes, Brian, it is the Critter 9A. The one and only. There's only one Critter and we've got him. So Reese says, I like this. Reese says, if you are concerned with your time, add that to your cable bill. Amen, Reese. Amen. Oh my gosh. BS is here. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't factor in time. If I go out to the range and shoot, I'm not going to factor in that time. Why would I factor in the time I use to reload?
Yeah. I use it to keep busy. Sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm bored. I can't go outside. It's too hot.
Yeah.
I go outside and wear the prosthetic. I have the swimming pool inside my leg.
Yeah.
Gel sleeve. It's like, ugh.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, that would kind of be uncomfortable.
And that's gotten to the point where I can go jump from the wheelchair straight into my truck, go to Walmart, call them, they bring out my groceries, throw it, and I park my truck back where it belongs, jump into my wheelchair, unload the truck, and climb in. I don't have to put that stupid prosthetic leg on.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I tell you what, there is something to be said for those all the delivery services, whether you pull into somebody's parking lot or they bring it to your front door now. Have you utilized that at all, Critter? Have you utilized the whole,
Just moved from Walmart.
Yeah. I know a couple of times I've actually had my groceries delivered even. That's when I get really, really super busy.
I go pick it up, but they don't come to the house. Actually, I think that when Walmart doesn't have a specific item, they'll ship it to the distribution point using FedEx.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, okay, Jeff, my message for you says they will need to connect their mic/camera before you can add them to the stream. So either your mic or your camera is not there. He just disappeared again. Poor Jeff. He was on here. We were talking before we went live, weren't we, Critter? And then
it was all of a sudden we went bye.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, not sure. It's it's technology. You never know. I mean, those kinds of things happen. So okay, so Critter, tell me what you think. Oh yeah, you could just use your phone, Jeff. Just try that if you're around and listening. Stephen Hall says he likes grocery shopping. Ugh, I hate grocery shopping. He says he always ends up getting too much. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was going to ask you, Critter. I was going to ask you how you feel the AR, all of the gun stuff is going right now, gun control bills. How are you feeling about all this? Because I've talked to people who, say they
ready to hang every one of the Democrats that voted for it. And the two Republicans do it.
Yeah. Well, there were 5 Democrats that voted against it, right?
Yeah, but they went back and did something else on the other ones. On the other
bill. So, yeah. Well, I want to know about the Republicans that voted against it.
There's only 2. Both one from New York and one from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yeah. New York, okay, I expect that. What's wrong with the guy from Pennsylvania?
From upstate New York.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
He's from upstate New York.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
That's something I learned as a truck driver for a while. Upstate New York is completely different from New York City.
Yes. Yep.
And,
That's very,
kind
very
of
true.
surprised me.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't pay me enough to live up there.
I didn't live. I drove.
Yeah. No. I mean, Critter, I think you're in a pretty good place being in Texas, even though it's hot.
Well, the beauty about it is my county is a second sanctuary, second amendment sanctuary. My U.S. representative is basically he covers every one of the counties that are second sanctuary counties. He got a nasty ground, but that last time they voted, I don't remember. It was about a year ago, I think.
He got a nasty gram from Critter.
Well, from Critter and a whole bunch of other people in my county. Because he didn't pay attention to what they did.
Yeah.
They slipped
Critter, I can't imagine you sending somebody a nasty gram. You're too nice to do that.
I had to tone it down.
You had to dial it back just a little bit, huh?
Well, you're talking to somebody that spent 180 days in constant Facebook jail, 30 days at a time.
Yeah. Well, I know, and you just got on. Didn't you just get on TikTok too?
Yeah, well, I don't like that format, so I just closed it.
It's terrible. It's terrible, isn't it? I only use it
everything that they do in TikTok can be used and tracked by China, the CCP. I want nothing to do with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
if they're going to invade, I got 48,000 rounds to show them.
Yeah. Is that all?
Well, that's all I got right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I got it for a gun that I don't have.
Oh, geez. Is it one of your guns? Is it one of your guns that you lost in your boating accident?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's actually for a gun that you don't have.
Well, I was going to get a 45 caliber.
Oh, yeah. Reese says tick toxic. Yeah. I think that's pretty true. So Brian's custom canvas says one word, common. It's in the Constitution, and I live in upstate New York. Yes, you do. And New Hampshire is your second home.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when I got into a wreck hauling apples from New York, upstate New York. I was in North Carolina. Well, something happened, and I had my dog, not this one, but it was a 10-year-old Shepherd Husky Akita something mix. We called him asshole. But when I rolled the truck, the guy that I rolled it into his property.
Oh my gosh.
It was a field, a flat out field. I rolled it into his field. He actually took care of the dog until I got back out of the hospital.
Oh.
There was nothing wrong with it. All they needed to do was just give me some dry clothes because I had gotten packed up into snow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You need to go to the hospital. No, I don't. I just need some dry clothes. Get off me.
Yeah. Brian's custom canvas says something interesting. He said, "Did you know that the AR platform has more in circulation than all of the All Americans Ford F Series combined?"
Yep. Nadler pushed that bill. I think it's Chip Roy. Why are you doing that? Because it's a common use. You're going to take the guns out because of common use?
Right.
That alone, I don't know. I think Nadler and Cicerone need to be tarred, feathered, put on a boat. And
yeah.
A good boat. A boat with big holes in it.
Yeah.
And then get a cup so it can bail out the water.
So Critter, you mentioned earlier that you've sent nasty grams. Tell our subscribers what they can do. We always talk about this, and I like getting other people's take on this. What can they do to help promote the need for maintaining the Second Amendment? What kinds of things do you recommend?
Well, write your senators, your state representatives, your Congress, U.S. Congress representatives, and let them know how you need them to vote. What are your main concerns?
Uh-huh.
And we'll put it this way. I'm 50-50. Actually, 75-25. This Cornyn is my senator.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, 2 counties out of 254 have moved to censure him. I'm willing to push our county to censure him. If we can get more than 125 counties in the state of Texas to censure him, and there's 254.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt him.
Yeah. That's true. It would definitely be noticeable.
Don't threaten him. Whatever you do, don't threaten him.
Yeah. Exactly. So Critter, tell me, have you ever gotten other people involved in shooting? Like, what have you done to promote just, I don't know, picking a gun up? Like, have you encountered people that haven't wanted to shoot or haven't been interested, and you've like helped spur them into picking a gun up?
My oldest daughter.
Your oldest daughter?
Yeah, my oldest daughter. She has 4 children.
Uh-huh.
Her and her husband were having problems, and he'd left the house. I'm like, okay, well, I got her a gun. I got her trained. I got her a concealed handgun license, and I got her 1,000 rounds. And I said, whatever you do, don't shoot your husband.
Yeah.
But
that's right.
The funny thing is 6 months later, there was a shooting in her town, and I was like, "Oh no, she didn't shoot him! Please tell me you didn't shoot him."
Yeah. Oh my God.
Somebody else.
Somebody else. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, honestly, I think that sounds like a good dad that would give his daughter the resources to be able to defend herself.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
I tried with my oldest son. My youngest son got himself into trouble with DWI.
Oh.
So he finally got that cleared up. I bought him a gun. I bought the gun, had him transferred to his name. Got him all set up and loading and everything. But he's trying to get into a career field other than fast food. He's almost 30 years old. I'm like, son, you got to get a job. Fast food is not a job. It's a training environment.
Yeah.
Go up on time, do your job, and go on. It's not designed to live on. So now he's about 3/4 of the way through welding. Okay, well that's something.
Wow. Yeah. So Critter, if you could only shoot one gun for the rest of your life, what would it be?
My Coonan 357.
Your Coonan? That's an interesting choice. That's actually one I'm going to be doing a video on, is a Coonan. So
it's a shape like it's a 1911 and 357 Magnum rim card.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So what do you like about it so much? I mean, the feel, you just like how it shoots, the weight of it?
The weight of it, the stainless steel. It shoots 357.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got 2 revolvers in chamber with 57, and I got a semi-automatic or an automatic chamber with 357 mag.
Wow.
And I got a Henry with a 357 mag.
Yeah. So how do you feel about 45 long Colt?
I'm still trying to get a rifle.
Yeah.
But I got it. I just loaded up. Was it 100 silver or nickel plated 45 Colts, and for some reason I couldn't get the chrome right, the bullets right. I couldn't get the chrome coating right.
Uh-huh.
So I got coat. Well, let me show you. Hold on.
So while he's doing that, have any of you guys shot a Kunin before? Because I'm just wondering. I haven't gotten to shoot one, but my friend Les out at Gateway has one, and so he said you definitely need to do a video on that. And so that's kind of on my short list of things to do a video on. So
See it.
all right. So okay, so explain that to us, Critter, for the people who don't reload or
I cast all 100 bullets.
Coated
them, the powder coated them. This is the chrome bullet. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, there we can.
And the other 2 is black.
Oh wow.
Black and translucent blue.
I love that blue.
But I think I made 30 of the blues, 30 of the blacks, 20 silver vein from the Eastwood color, and 50 of the chromes. It didn't turn out quite like chrome, more like silver.
So Critter, where did you get your powder coating from?
Well, other than that one product, I had it from Chrome. I forgot what the name of the place was. Most of it came from Eastwood.
Okay. Yeah, I know that's a big one.
Let me put this way: I cast 470 bullets plus my thumb.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was just last week, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, about 8 weeks ago or 8 days ago.
You're not supposed to do that. I don't know if you have seen other people on YouTube videos that said you're supposed to do that, Critter, but I'll tell you, you're not supposed to do that.
Well, I didn't even know it until I started divvying up the bullets, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I guess if you don't have any feeling, if you don't have any feeling in your thumb, then how would you know, right?
Well, I'm trying to get my oldest son to get me a finger and thumb glove. And that's the only parts that seem to get burnt. Either one of the 2 fingers or my thumb. Usually
Oh my gosh. So okay, so have you loaded wad cutters then?
No, I stay away from the wad cutters.
You do?
I like the rounded bullets.
You like rounded, yeah.
Even in the 357 Magnums, I use 158 grain bullets, but they're the round nose flat, the round flat nose.
Yeah.
The RF type bullets.
Okay. All right.
Even my 147 grain 9mm, I use the rounded numbers.
Okay. So where do you get your brass? Where do you get your brass, Critter?
Capital Brass.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Capital Brass. I always buy it once fired.
That's what my next question was going to ask you that. So
because it's cheaper.
Yep.
And I got nothing better to do, so I'll sit there and wash it, knock the old primers out, clean it out.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about drying them; just throw them out in the sun.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you buy once fired brass, it's seriously 50% of the price of never fired brass.
At least.
At least.
There was a time, at one time, you could buy 1,000 9mm for like $75 at one point. It's gone up since, but
Yeah.
I take that back. I bought a 2,000 package from Custom Campbell Brass, and it was like $110.
Yeah.
It went up to 140 or 150 now, I think. At one point, it was $110.
Yeah.
The 357 Magnum, the nickel case was like $75 for 500. Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I'd always buy more than that when I needed, but I'd always load them all.
Yeah. Well, we were in Cornella's a couple nights ago, and we always walk through the reloading section just to see what's there. They did have primers. They had small pistol match primers, and they also had what else do they have? I think they had Magnum primers too, and they also had some rifle primers. So that was kind of promising that we were seeing, primers showing up in a store like that, because that hasn't happened for a while. They also had brass, and I mean, they never have 45 ACP brass. Nobody, they just don't have it. But the brass that they do have, like they had like 40 S&W, and I want to say for a bag of like 100 of those, it was, I don't remember how much, like, was it $60 maybe for, I don't know. It seemed like really high for a very small amount of brass. And I thought, man, they did have powder though. But we were most excited to see that they had the bricks of primers coming on the shelves. So they weren't a great price. I want to say the brick was like $90.
Yeah, well, that's Capital Brass is 1,000 nickel finished for $90. You get regular brass, $79.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Critter, you had asked me about Shooting Bot. You had asked me for that website. Have you used it?
No, well, no, not really. I've used it a couple times, but what I'm doing, I'm done reloading for a while.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get paid off. I finally paid off my trailer, but because
That's
my son was borrowing so much money, my PayPal is still kind of high.
Yeah.
For that. But
yeah.
Eventually, I keep looking and staring down. I want to buy that 45 ACP.
Oh.
That's my next, either that or a 45 Colt lever action. One of the first ones. There he is.
There he is. Look who made it. Okay, Jeff.
Hi, so rudely late.
You're fashionably late, Jeff. And see, here's the thing: we can show you a little grace because you always show up to class early.
Yes, I try to. Bending Ballistics even beat me in earlier in chat. That hence my post about chat about darn my luck.
Yeah,
that's what was going on there. But yes, I sorry about being late. Technically, I was the difficulty. Somewhere with permissions, and yeah,
that's all right. It's okay. Well, we're glad you're here now, and we see. I'd like to just point out how patriotic are my two guests tonight, because Critter's wearing red and Jeff is wearing blue.
I wear blue because of you.
Aw, I love it. I was actually going to make the comment that you match my press. So,
well, yeah, I'm thinking that if I wear blue, then Critter will win, and then he'll likely sell me his old press very cheap. That's kind of my thought.
That's a really, really roundabout thought, Jeff.
Yeah, see, it works. Everything works.
Now I would think, okay, since Critter's wearing red, he could either win a Lee or Hornady, but I don't have either one of those for my drawing. I only have
Well,
a Dylan, which matches.
yeah, and he does have a Hornady already, so
Exactly.
he wouldn't need 2 Hornadies.
No. Critter's like, wait, I'll be the judge of that. So, all right. So, Jeff, since we missed a little time with you, let's get caught up. We'll get you caught up in the conversation. I'm going to ask you some of the same things I asked Critter already. So first of all, thank you for being on the show, and tell us how you got into shooting, how old you were, what brought you into the sport.
Well, just basically going to be growing up on my grandfather's farm, central Minnesota, and different time, I guess. I wasn't told no, and I was kind of encouraged too, because if I wasn't the next one to step up to start doing things, then who else was going to be? So if I wanted to do something, my grandfather always encouraged me very strongly to go ahead and do that. And yeah, so we'd have him, and he was probably the one who convinced or kind of molded me in. He and I would have competitions of shooting the unwanted pigeons and sparrows out of the kitchen window. Grandma was not so impressed with that, so I got the great idea that, you know what, I'll take the screen out of the window, then there won't be holes in it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we also never put the screen back in too. Yeah, so there's still not a screen in that house yet. So,
oh my God.
But there's not nearly as many birds there either.
Yeah.
So,
you can fire a 22 long rifle with a rock.
You can fire a what with a rock?
A rimfire case with a rock.
With a rock?
Yeah. You take your little 22, you throw it as hard as you can at a big rock. It'll go off.
Is that safe?
I don't know, but I did it.
Okay, kids, do not try this at home.
I was how old was I? I think 9 or 10, 11, somewhere in there.
Oh wow. Okay. Count on Critter to come up with those ideas. So all right, so Jeff, you don't reload yet. Oh,
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, there he goes. I guess we weren't supposed to ask him about reloading, were we, Critter? We scared him away. He was like, I don't want to talk about reloading. Forget it. I'm out of here. Oh, well. And, well, there. Now he's back on again. Let's get him added back in. There we go.
There he is, Jeff.
Jeff, make up your mind.
Darn, I'm pretty good with technology, and it's not my strong suit. It's definitely not showing it tonight.
Well, Reese just said Jeff unloaded. Jeff's not reloading; he's unloading.
Yeah, yep. That would be a good way to put that. I am definitely, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Jeff, I don't know if you heard me right before you bombed out last time, but
well, that's how I avoid questions.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I told Critter. I said apparently we weren't supposed to ask about reloading. That's off limits. So you do not reload. I do
not. I've been considering it for. I'm 41 now, so yeah, probably 20 years, 25 years, something like that. I mean, like ever since I became. Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, I was gonna say, here's the thing. You let the cat out of the bag last week that you are expecting.
Press in the mail.
You
550C that matches.
Uh-huh. So
Yes, I just kind of said it like just kind of a, I don't know, just kind of an off the side comment kind of thing. See if anybody would catch, and holy smokes, it was caught right away. And yeah, well, we have one that's coming on the way. So I have a 6-year-old, gonna be 3 at the end of the month, and then expected, which will be due for delivery in February.
Oh my,
So.
due for delivery. And we're not talking about a press.
I got 5. I quit at 35.
Yeah,
30,
Critter's got 2 more on you, Jeff. So
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up at that because I'm not as fast as I was before.
Well, okay, so here's what I was gonna say, Jeff. With a baby on the way, and you've already got 2, I think reloading would probably be a nice little escape for you.
I'm okay with that idea. Anytime I see an available, like, we'll call it like available 7 minutes of time, I like to jam 35 minutes in there.
Yeah.
It's just we just got done with a small little remodel in our house. We're getting done with, I mean, I don't know, we just something's always going on with things. And then I don't know, like I say, anytime there's free time. Next week, I'll start coaching for hockey again. Try out for hockey's next week. And then, yeah, and then my boy's in hockey too. So then we'll start with that in 2 weeks after that.
Oh my gosh.
And my daughter loves the idea of hockey, so she'll join in as well because she thinks it's cute and fun. And then obviously the new baby, he or she will definitely love hockey as well.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Now you don't know if it's a boy or a girl?
No, won't know yet. A little early for that yet. So.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's true because my oldest was also born in February, and I don't think I found out until like September, maybe.
Yeah, we're 30 weeks out, something like that.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Still pretty
kind of borderline part of even like mentioning yet, but especially very publicly now. Yeah.
Yes. Woohoo!
Hey,
what happens? You see what happened, Jeff? That's why I'm very careful. I don't tell people where I work. I don't mention, some things on air because I know you all will pick up on it very quickly. Everybody pays attention. Michael Dunn. Oh, I'm just tossing my chapstick around here. Michael Dunn just logged in. Hey, Michael. He is asking, is that Cowboy Jeff? Yes, Michael. It is Cowboy Jeff 1911. So, yep. We've got the a nice little crew on here. I don't know, Jeff, if you heard me say earlier or if you were off
avoiding questions.
Yeah, exactly. Avoiding everything. What I was telling everybody was I thought, it's really fun because you guys sit here and you have your whole little side chat that happens every week while I'm doing this. You've all become friends with each other. And when people log in, everybody says, oh, hey, so-and-so. And so I thought, you know what? It'd be really cool to start having a couple of you on, once a month. I'll have a couple of my regulars on just to talk and kind of give faces with names and let everybody see, hey, that's the guy I've been talking to. That's the guy that needs to go out and let his dog out in the middle of the live stream. Critter.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times. Yeah. So yeah, it's just something that's kind of
telling people my address.
What'd you say, Critter?
So I don't mind people knowing my address. I got a 100-yard driveway and access to a backhoe.
Yeah.
I just notified your neighbors before you came over.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I'm just afraid of getting TP'd. I don't want to get my trees TP'd. So
I think Critter's got a half a mile cornfield before it.
I know. And
It's a hayfield.
apparently the cows mock him when he goes out to get the mail and everything else. I don't know.
Then it's our neighbor's cattle. They got a hole in the fence. For some strange reason, they haven't fixed it yet. And one morning I woke up. It was like early fall. And fog on it morning. I woke up, walked out the door, or rolled out the door, and there was a snotty-nosed cow staring at me. I'm like, you need to go home.
Oh my gosh.
The dog was going nuts. Not this one, but the outside dog.
Yeah.
Color Rosie.
If there isn't a fence, Critter,
Huh?
then it's home. If there isn't a fence, it's home.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
I didn't have my golf cart, so I couldn't chase it out back across the fence. But,
Well, Critter, I think what's yours is theirs and what's theirs is theirs.
no, because I got a dog that could probably tear into it.
Yeah. True. That's true.
I don't have any skunks, squirrels, rats, mice, possums, anything. Raccoon. She ate a raccoon last time.
Uh-huh.
Nothing comes around that's a varmint or pest considered around here.
Well, I'm in Minnesota. We have a lot of mosquitoes. Would you like some of them? We could send them down.
If they have things attacking here. Well, except this year, for some strange reason, the heat they exploded in heat. They haven't. It's not been a factor this year. Last year, you go outside early May, and you're attacked. You got like 15 dozen sitting on top of your leg.
Oh my gosh.
This year, it hasn't been a factor. Since Mother's Day, we've been over 100, almost damn near every day. Almost
Jeez.
between 100 and 105.
Yeah, that's the kind of temperatures we're having here, and it's just ridiculous. It's just too much. So, and I'm working in a place where we have great big furnaces that run at like 320 degrees Celsius. So it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
So I want to get JW is asking a question. I want to grab that question real quick because we're actually at 52 minutes already. Time has flown.
Well, 3.5 hours now that I'm late. So
yeah, I was gonna say Jeff was like, gee, where did the time go? It's like I just got here.
I think it feels like only maybe 10 minutes. I mean, this is easy.
Yeah.
I can see why you complain.
Yeah. So JW is asking, hey Jenny, why did you go with the 9mm over the 40 and 45 on the 1911? So well, I do have a 1911 that's a 45. I'm assuming that you're asking about the bull, which I did go with a 9 on the bull. I just wanted to try a different caliber. Wanted to try a different caliber in the 1911, and we also do more reloading of 9s than we do any other caliber. And so the 9 just kind of made sense. Plus, it was the commander size, and so we just thought we're going to try the 9, be a little different. Let's see.
The 40 is not as accessible as the 45 or the 9mm. You cut costs the 9mm and 45 cal considerably compared to the 40, the 10, or even the 38 Super.
Uh-huh.
That's my whole roundabout into the reloading. I fixed it. It's cheap. I gotta make it cheaper as best as I can. That's why I got 48,000 rounds of stuff in ammo cans.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Critter, we were just talking at somebody at a gun shop, and he said this was at Kevin's gun shop in St. Charles. He told us that 40s just they're not cool anymore. They're not trendy, and people just are not buying 40s anymore.
40s.
More expensive to make.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. People just, don't want them. I guess they sit on the 40s when they get them in a gun shop. They just sit on them. They don't sell them as fast anymore. So, Brian's Custom Canvas says, there's 3 of you. I walked away for a second on Taco Tuesday eating a round thing with pepperoni on it. Who's the third? Who is the third? Jeff. Are you talking about who's the third? Jeff? Cowboy Jeff 1911, of course. Michael Dunn. Oh, Michael Dunn. No, that's fighting words. Michael Dunn says I'm going soft. I'm assuming he's talking about
recoil.
The 9. I'm assuming he's talking about the 9mm. Michael Dunn, joke's on you, because you know what? I can load my 45s to shoot even lighter than you would ever think my 9 would shoot. I can load my 45s to shoot like a 22 out of my 1911. So there, Michael Dunn.
Michael, we don't talk about the teacher like that, and it's not good. You'll get us all doing extra credit.
That's right. You're all going to be writing sentences. 100 sentences. I will not talk back to the teacher ever again.
Well, it sounds too easy. I think 100 pages.
Oh, there you go. See? Now, Jeff, nobody likes a brown noser.
200?
Yeah.
Could I smart it off?
Critter's like, I am staying out of. Critter's like, I've only got one arm. I'm not writing sentences.
Oh.
He's done with sentence writing.
Type 75 words a minute.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
I'm lucky to get 15 words a minute now.
Well, that's pretty impressive. It's, I think, twice as fast as me, because I type, and then delete, and then type, delete.
That's me, Beth. I'm like, backspace.
A couple times I did 10 pages with no exits or problems. What do you call it? Errors.
Wow.
For a test.
Yeah, that's you know, I think Critter might have been a troublemaker in school.
That was.
And Jeff was the one that was always kissing up to the teacher.
I did that, but I was also trouble.
Oh, really?
I got away with everything because everybody thought, oh, you look innocent.
Uh-huh. Jeff would never do that.
No, he's such a good kid. Yeah.
He's always so good. Well, Jeff, apparently you're so good. Michael Dunn says that he heard you're going to do his paper.
I did offer that before when
I thought you had. I thought that was in one of the chats.
John Wayne and Clint Eastwood kind of debate. I forget what it was that we were going to do a essay on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. JW says 10mm loaded up hot is good stuff. You know, I'm embarrassed to say I've never shot a 10.
It's still kind of new. I mean, I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
Well, I'm using my left hand, my weak hand.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the 357 with the tuning,
yeah,
it's beautiful. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can do it with a 10mm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
As far as talking about calibers, I have never.
I did a 500 cal Magnum.
Oh.
I was Samson. I had all my strength was in my right side.
Yeah. Oh man. So I have to put this to you guys. So we're talking about what our next gun is going to be. And of course the CZ Shadow 2 is kind of a top contender. We've also been talking about the CZ. Let me pull it up here. I have to remember exactly what it's called. It is the A01LD. Don't know if you guys have ever shot one of those. We've also been talking about getting another bull. We've also been talking about getting some kind of AR. I don't remember which one, but I don't know. Like, should I let you guys vote on what our next gun is going to be?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I don't know. By the way, Michael Dunn just did I don't know what it is, but his little box turned yellow. So thank you, Michael Dunn. Thank you for contributing to the Jenny J primer fund. Since primers are, still kind of iffy, we're waiting to see if they start coming back or not. But so Michael Dunn, thank you so much. Yeah, Drew Bradley says, spending somebody else's money. Heck yes. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, I really like that shadow too. I kind of think Reese says no, get what makes you happy. Well, Reese, the problem is my husband and I are trying to decide what would make us both happy.
I got the answer for that.
Okay, what is that, Jeff?
Maximum Defense. Maximum Defense is a very good, high quality rifle, and they just have released their PDX, I believe it is, and that's the smaller brother to the MDX that I already have, but that's in 9mm and has Glock mags. Which the problem with that for me is I won't buy a Glock.
Right.
I won't own a Glock, and I stop on a lot of that stuff. But so if I could get maybe a Beretta mag kit for it or something or whatever, then I'll probably buy it. But yeah, I'm not a Glock fan, and I'm not. Yeah, there's just kind of iffy, weird on some of them things where very traditional on a lot of things. But that would be a great one. AR type platform, still 9mm, so very cheap to shoot, and small little fun package. Very well built too. Problem is, it's like basically $2,000.
Wow.
So it hurts a bit, but you only got to do it once. It only just got to hurt once, and then it's over. It's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, exactly. Well, another thing we were looking at was the standard manufacturing colored case hardened 1911. And I told you guys about that last Friday. And yeah, if you haven't Googled that, you guys need to Google that. I mean, talk about a freaking gorgeous gun. I mean, it is just drool worthy. So, and of course we'd get that in a 45. So I don't know.
See, the problem with that is you can get 3 of them. So you'd have one for him, one for you, and one for spare. 2 to rock, 1 to stock, or you could just get the one gun like I suggest. I mean, right.
Well, now, Jeff, I have to say I'm a little disappointed because as the teacher's pet and the suck up, I honestly thought that when you said you had the answer, you were going to say, get whatever the wife wants.
Well, you don't know yet. See, you don't have a Maximum Defense yet. You don't know how awesome they are. Wait till you have a couple.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping if I buy a few more, I'll get an employee's discount. I don't work there, but maybe they'll just give me the discount.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe I could just ask.
Yeah, just email them. I mean, you never know. They might be like, sure, Jeff, anything for you. We've heard you really like us.
Yep, I almost bought a silencer for one when I was at a gun show, and then I was like, I've kind of got my eye on a few other things. I was like, if I go through this whole thing 3 times and come back and still got some money, maybe I'll. But I don't have one of them either yet, so I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
But.
So Reese says that Glock mags are cheap, which is true. Somebody once told me you can buy a Glock mag like at Dollar General.
Yeah. That's even better than Home Depot, like I was going to say.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Reese also says the shadow is blue and sexy, but he spelled sexy, SEKSY.
Algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. So JW asks what drew you to the CZ, Nice Firearms. You know what, JW? I'm not going to lie. The first time I saw the black and blue in a store, I just thought it was pretty. That's what drew me to it. I just thought it was pretty. And it was eye-catching. And then I picked one up. It felt nice in my hands. Went to another store, picked one up, felt nice in my hands, and kept thinking about it and dreaming about it. Every time I'd see one, I'd pick one up at the store, and it still felt nice in my hands. And then I finally found a friend who said, you can shoot mine. So that's what we did. And I think it was you, Jeff, last week, right, that had said, oh, yay, you got a CZ. And then I was like, no, it was actually a loaner. And
I thought that was going to stay. You borrow it for the time being, and then I figured it would just, there would just be one.
Just magically just, be a
Birthday,
permanent
Christmas.
adoption. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. No, I wasn't quite that lucky. Michael Dunn says that you should just mention my name because I'm good for it. Celebrity treatment. I don't know if that'll go very far. Critter, what do you have there? Is that a sleeve of
9mm 33 round magazines for $7.99.
$7.99?
$7.99. 50 rounders for $34.
Oh,
Do you get those from Dollar General, Critter?
No. Firearms.
Wow.
I've got 20 33 round magazines fully loaded.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
5 50 rounders fully loaded.
Wow. Jeez. Well, Jeff, I guess we know whose house to go to, huh?
The neighbors.
Yeah. Oh, Brian's Custom Canvas wants to know if Critter's coming over to steal his pizza. No. That'd be quite a hike just to steal a pizza. It better be a good pizza, Brian. I don't know. That's all I can say.
I've been eating fried okra all week.
Yeah. Well, Critter, if you did go up to New Hampshire, New York, at least it's cooler up there than it is in Texas.
Yeah, but I'd never make it out there alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, I hate to cut this party short. My alarm goes off at 4:00 in the morning. So
It's been like 15 minutes.
whose fault is that, Jeff?
Technically, I was the problem. So
Yeah. Problem child. Oh, what are we gonna do? So,
I look.
4:00 in the morning every morning.
yeah. Well,
I go right back to sleep as soon as I can.
well, I'll think of you as I'm walking into work tomorrow morning. Then, Critter. maybe I'll get your number, get your neighbor's number, and I'll say, hey, go knock on Critter's door at 4:00 in the morning.
They get shot.
Yeah. We'll set the cows loose on you, Critter. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, it's been awesome to talk to Critter and Jeff tonight. Cowboy Jeff, just in case y'all missed it. Yes, this Jeff is the Cowboy Jeff 1911, and Critter 9A is the Critter 9A. So I appreciate both of you being on here, and you were the first of my guests for my subscriber series of lives. So see, you're so brave. Now everybody else can just jump on the bandwagon and do it when I ask them to do it, and they don't have to be afraid, right?
And if they need to avoid any questions, they just follow my suit.
That's right. Just, technical difficulties. Sorry, you're breaking up. I can't hear you. I know. All right, guys. Well, it's been great, and we'll have to do it again sometime soon. Sometime we're going to get a great big live going on, and we'll have 20 people on here, and that would be really, man, that would be a party, wouldn't it?
Keep an eye on Classic Firearms. That's where I got these on sale.
Yeah.
For $7.
$7.
99 cents.
Yep.
I usually buy 20 to 30 of them at a time.
Oh my gosh.
I'm doing some things wrong, and I will admit that's probably something.
Well, Critter has to write a book, I think. He can give us all the financial ways to be financially savvy in
Yeah, because I'm cheap.
Fiscally responsible.
That's right. That's right. Yes, not cheap, Critter. All right, guys. Well, this is the end of our journey for tonight. So thank you guys for being on here, Critter and Jeff, and thank you everybody for tuning in and sticking around while Jeff figured out his technical difficulties. And I hope you all have a great night. And Jeff and Critter, I'll catch up with you on the other side. But we're going to end the broadcast now. So I look forward to talking to you all again soon. Bye.